Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good evening to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to Night Moves here for Sunday, October the 12th. We're joining you here a little later than usual here at 3 a.m. Eastern, midnight Pacific. I'm flying solo here tonight with the preview of the day's card on Sunday. I'll take a look, of course, at the National Football League. Great card. I mean, heck, we could just stay up all the way here with our early game from London at 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. The Broncos and the Jets, and then we've got a nice 1 p.m. Eastern slate, and then we'll follow it up with some afternoon, just 3 games in the afternoon. What are we going to do there? And we got one game at night, a big one as well. Of course, got game 1 of the American League Championship Series ready to go here on Sunday with the Mariners and the Blue Jays. Amazing, the two teams that came into the league together born in 1976, square off here with the American League Championship Series. And well, Mariners have done a great job this season. The Blue Jays have done a great job. These teams have earned the right to play for a spot in the World Series. Take a look at that game as well. Here's get going on Night Moves. Man, what a day we had. What a day yesterday in college football with some great games, great results, and of course that big game in baseball with the Brewers over the Cubs. 3 solo home runs. That's all the Brewers needed for the 3-1 victory as Milwaukee moves on in the National League Championship Series. Brewers used 5 pitchers. Said Mizorowski could be the guy to get the main bulk of those outs. He got 12 outs and allowed 3 hits. It'll be the Dodgers and the Brewers in the National League Championship Series starting on Monday night. Brewer, I talked up that Brewers pitching. I mean, who wouldn't there for most of the season? But in the end, I mean, they really did have some guys. It looked like the rotation broke down. Obviously, they lost a key arm in there, but still were able to piece it together here and got it done to advance to their 4th ever league championship series. Say hello to everyone in the chat, and then we'll get rolling along. Mr. Weskers is here. Derek Lee's ready to go. And appreciate you guys. There we go. And Timmy Two Shoes is here as well. Mr. Weskers is ready to go with that early game. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Do want to talk about a few of the other games. What's some games there yesterday, and some big news in college football with Northwestern over Penn State. Penn State, the first team in 30 years to lose consecutive games when favored by 20 or more points. And then we learned after the game that Aller hurt his leg. He's out for the year. He's really out of options in college football. I imagine he could get a look-see in the NFL for a job, a backup, or something along those lines. We'll see, but unfortunate. Northwestern did drive 75 yards and score the game-winning touchdown with under 5 minutes to go for the win. Can't cover 22 points if you can't score more than 21. Northwestern upset Penn State. Man, Pittsburgh over Florida State there yesterday. And man, Pittsburgh, how about Henschel, the freshman, 321 yards, 2 touchdowns. There was some passing in that game. Man, Florida State continuing to struggle here right now in ACC play. Hey, they're an OG. Maybe they're not supposed to struggle. DeAndre gave us Pittsburgh yesterday in that game. Alabama over Missouri, 27-24. Ty Simpson, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. And the Crimson Tide have won 5 in a row. Look out. Missouri was 1 for 10 on third down. And yeah, DeAndre gave us the Missouri Tigers +4 in that one. There were some wild games too yesterday in Nebraska over Maryland, 34-31. Nebraska drove 81 yards and scored the woo! Pardon me, you guys. Scored the game-winning touchdown with a minute left, and the Cornhuskers are moving here a little bit right now. They didn't get the money, that's for sure, as Nebraska got the win 34-31, but it was Maryland that ended up getting the money there in that one yesterday. So, yeah, DeAndre gave us another winner there, by the way, with Maryland in that one. Navy scored a last-second touchdown with 39 seconds left and got a 2-point conversion over Temple, 32-31 to stay undefeated. The Middies. Blake Horvath was clutch again, 151 yards. Also threw for 140 yards, and Temple outgained Navy big time, led 17-7, but Navy remained undefeated there in that one. UNLV over Air Force in one of the games of the day, 51-48. UNLV ended up getting a touchdown run with 36 seconds left from Calandria, and the Rebels are 6-0. They're bowl eligible as well. Air Force ran all over them, 420 yards rushing, and still found a way to lose. Found a way to lose in that game. Also, Georgia over Auburn, 20-10. Auburn led 10-0 in the second quarter, but lost a controversial fumble that had social media spinning, and Georgia beat Auburn for the 9th year in a row. And despite Dogs running the ball just 79 yards in the game, and Auburn had 10 penalties, as Georgia was able to get the win over Auburn there yesterday, and DeAndre gave us the Georgia Bulldogs there as well. UCLA crushed Michigan State. Anybody think they're going to go all of a sudden with UCLA to win the national championship? Boy, things sure have changed since you fire a coach, put a new play caller in there. The Bruins rocked Michigan State yesterday, 38-31, and they've scored 80 points in the last 2 games after an 0-4 start. Jalen Berger, 113 yards on 15 runs, but 3 touchdowns in that one. How about Ole Miss winning by 3 points over Washington State as a 33-point favorite in the game? They hung on for the win. Wazoo led 14-10 late in the third quarter. Ole Miss, though, was able to get it done and remained undefeated. They did go 7 of 15 on third down and held Washington State just 2 of 10. But, man, you can't do that. Troy over Texas in overtime, 48-41. Gilchrist, 415 yards, 5 TDs for Troy. Texas State led 31-17 at halftime, but Troy forced overtime by scoring a touchdown with 1:13 left in regulation. Big game out west. Indiana beat Oregon again, snapping Oregon's 18-game home winning streak. And Indiana outscored the Ducks 10-0 over their final 7 minutes. Mendoza, 215 yards and a touchdown. BYU beat Arizona in overtime after a lengthy delay. There was a fumble in there that was almost recovered. Was it recovered by Arizona? The replay said BYU got it back. They got the game-tying touchdown late. They improved to 6-0 as they won it 33-27 in overtime. It had a weather delay in that game there in Tucson. All right, I think that was a good look at some of the games. We got to get to the NFL. You guys are here for that, and it's pretty late already. So appreciate you guys stopping by and tell me what caught your eye there in the chat. Nothing so far, so let's just get rolling here with some of the previews for Sunday's action right now. Start with the major leagues. I think would be a good call with the first game of the American League Championship Series with the Seattle Mariners going up here against the Toronto Blue Jays in this one. You got the Mariners, big underdog here, $1.75. What is it? Some regular season game or something? Did Seattle not make the trip with any of their top players here? We do know that we may get Brian Wu back here for the American League Championship Series. I'm not sure we know just yet. And Bo Bichette still nursing a little bit of a knee injury right now. But, man, Kevin Gausman, look, I love Kevin Gausman. But, hey, don't be sleeping on Miller either. Maybe it's a pitching mismatch here with the starters. Maybe it isn't. I mean, the Mariners are absolutely terrific this season. And we know the Blue Jays have been very, very strong at home. But who's really agreeing with this price? I know some of the sharper books are down to $1.56 or so in this one, so maybe it's a little bit of a discount if you want to look hard enough. Gausman 11-11 this season, 3.53 ERA coming in. Yes, Miller a little rough around the edges with some of these numbers, no doubt about it. Coming in here with a 5.61 ERA, but 266 batting average against. I mean, it's clear that, Gausman is the better starter, but I mean, this is a high pressure situation. The Mariners are going to do what they need to do with, kind of with their pitching staff anyway, and bring in the guys at the right time to quelch anything that might be going on. So Bryce Miller, 18 starts, wasn't great. Works on 3 days rest here. So, they're going to be going to the bullpen here early and often. And maybe that's part of it too, because of that 15-inning game. And now you got to come around 2 days later and face the Blue Jays on the road with Gausman, 32 starts this season. Toronto's been crushing here in the playoffs, and batting wise, Seattle not so much. I mean, as great as they've been, they've done it with some pitching and some timely hitting, some clutch hitting here, but still at $1.75, I'm not going to do it in any kind of playoff situation here. Series price coming in is Toronto at minus $1.40 to win the series. And here in game one at $1.81, I just have to take Seattle. I'll take them on the run line at minus $1.30. That seems very reasonable, and I'll try them. Yeah, that 15-inning game was going to take a lot out of them, but they've been pretty strong this year. The Mariners bullpen has struggled in the playoffs a little bit, no doubt about it, but I still think here in a clutch situation, I'm going to prefer to take Seattle here at minus $1.30. All right, I've got a few in the chat with you here, and Timmy here talking a little college football here tonight. And Mr. Weskers as well. Doesn't like what's up with Purdue. And let's see, what else here? Timmy says he played Toronto, team total over. Yeah, we're on live during a late game here tonight with Hawaii taking care of business late. Looks like they'll be able to hang on for this one. All right, that's it for the Major League game here with Seattle and Toronto with, like I said, $1.75. But, if you think that bullpen, which has got rocked, I guess if you kind of looked at the overall scenario where the teams come in and where they stand, you could justify playing Seattle. But Toronto. But to me, just in a playoff matchup, a one-game situation, emotions and stakes are high. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to be too into it here, given the stakes involved. So $1.75. Obviously, I'm even going to have to try to challenge that a little bit. Castillo, the numbers here for some of these guys here with Miller and Gosman on the head-to-head. There's a few guys that certainly have some pretty decent matchups here coming into the game offensively. You got guys like Suarez with a 316 average, Cal Raleigh 417 off of Gosman, Rosarena, 3 extra base hits in 17 at-bats. For the Blue Jays, a couple guys with some experience against Bryce Miller, but really just a handful of at-bats. A couple of guys that are clunkers here. Crawford, 3 for 17 against Gausman. Mitch Garver, 0 for 10 against Gausman. And Bo Bichette, we'll see his status, 0 for 6 against Miller. Springer, 1 for 6 with a home run off of Miller. All right, and Mr. Wesker says it. Can the Jays bats stay hot? And are the Mariners exhausted in the bullpen? There's no doubt their bullpen is depleted. That's, I think, part of the handicap. I think that is probably why the line is dramatically higher. And again, Miller's numbers as well, I think you'd have to look at as far as why the line is so high. But I'm going to color it as if, hey, I've got one game and I'm getting a pretty decent price on, certainly one of the best teams in the major leagues this season. I don't think they're fading necessarily at all. Seattle, it was a tough series against Detroit, especially when Detroit was kind of not looking so great coming in. But you still have some rested arms a little bit in this bullpen. I mean, the guys they went with in that game, I know it was a little bit rough tumbling in there for the Mariners, but they have some guys in there who will be able to deal in this game. Got some guys with rest for sure there. All right. Not a lot of rest, but they tried as best they could to manage that situation the other night. And remember some of the guys they got used in here, and we'll see. I mean, with Miller, I mean, obviously he's not going to run too long here. All right, I think that's it from the chat. And Mr. Wesker says the Jays really want it. A couple of teams starving for postseason success. The Blue Jays have had certainly more postseason success than the Mariners. Mariners have not won the World Series before like the Blue Jays have. Okay, I guess that's it for the baseball. Let's get to some football here on Sunday. We've got a great card, and it starts early with the Broncos taking on the Broncos. Well, it's the Jets. Maybe the Broncos, maybe the Jets could beat the Jets, but there we go. Broncos taking on the Jets here. Should say versus. This game is being played overseas. There we go. All right. This game being played overseas, so a little bit tough here for the teams coming over here. You got Denver's been kind of dominant in this series, 8-4 straight up in last 12 matchups. Also 8-4 ATS against New York long term, but the Jets are reeling, obviously 0-5 right now. They've been really bad as an underdog dating back to last season, 9-1 against the spread. Combine that with Denver's success with Coach Payton, really with him, they're pretty good as a favorite, actually. Head-to-head does lean under in the last few series games, and often we've seen this game kind of trend under between these two, but I'm going to go ahead here and actually take the Jets in this one. I know that things are looking bad here right now, and I don't even know if I have the formula here with the trends to kind of relate, but I think just too big of a line here in a game that's probably going to be pretty low scoring. I mean, I don't know if the Broncos could get up into the high 20s in this game, and I wonder if the Jets can even get anything close to 20 in this game. So maybe the neutral field does have it kind of shaded here a little bit for me as well, and I can't quite get that hook it's 7 pretty much everywhere, but I'm going to go against those numbers. I'm going to take the Jets here. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I'm going to end up on the Jets in this one. A little Bo Nix rushing TD there, possibly. All right. Next up, we're going to go to the 1 p.m. card. Take a look at the matchups here with the Browns taking on the Steelers. And the Steelers 6-point favorites here right now. Well, you got the Browns coming in here. The rookie quarterback now. They rookie quarterback, a rookie backup. They're ready to go with these guys, I guess. It feels like a division matchup here with the Browns 0-5 straight up and against the spread their last 5 visits into Pittsburgh. Now this line has gone up a little bit from Pittsburgh at -4 up to 5.5 right now, even 6, mostly 6s actually, as we do the show here. Steelers have been tough in division covering numbers right now. They've covered 14 of their last 18 division home games coming in. Look, like I said, with Cleveland kind of going for the look of the future here right now with Dylan Gabriel, it's kind of tough to want to maybe take Pittsburgh laying a big number in a game with Cleveland having that strong defense so far. But Cleveland does have a pretty strong turnover edge this season. And you wonder how Gabriel will continue to function here if they can't get the offense going. Pittsburgh's +7 so far this season. It's always kind of a low score too, of course, in the North Division. It's not just a tail, it feels like, but I don't think we were expecting a different quarterbacking situation coming in this game, and it's down to 38.5 or so here in this one. So Cleveland hasn't shown much ability to push any tempo or sustain the offense with Gabriel. He's had some nice moments here so far, but and I don't know. I think the public might be going with the Cleveland defense a little bit. Aaron Rodgers, not the best cover in the world here, it feels like right now, but I'm going to go ahead and lay 6 points with Pittsburgh in this one. Tough ask here for sure in a game that might only see if it's 38 points. I mean, you're asking Pittsburgh to win the game somewhere in the range of 23 to 15, 23-16. Right in there. That's still an over. So, man, I'm not sure I can stay with the numbers. Would always suggest kind of under here, but not much room for error. I'm actually going to take Pittsburgh and lay the points here. Seems like not a lot of people are confident in doing that. Can we get Shedeur here? I think Mr. Wesker says probably not. Right? Who's the third string backup? They'll probably come in here and put the third string guy in. So Timmy Chushu, yeah, I don't know if does anybody want to be on Pittsburgh here to lay a big number like this? I'm not the trap guy or anything like that, but I don't know. Are all the squares that aren't all numbers people like I think I am saying, hey, Aaron Rodgers, just take him, rookie quarterback. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm up the wrong tree here. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. All right, next up, we've got Arizona going in here to Indianapolis, and we had some breaking news overnight with this game as Arizona is going to end up with Jacoby Brissett here over Kyler Murray. And look, I don't know if that's a bad move necessarily. It's made the spread go crazy. What are we talking about here with Kyler Murray? Look, I mean, yeah, Murray's out there. He's a gunslinger. He has his share of mistakes. I mean, at least with Jacoby Brissett, it feels like I know what I'm getting here. More so than sometimes with inconsistent Kyler. So I don't know. Last Colts are 3-0 at home this year, averaging 33 points per win. They hold a pretty good turnover edge as well. It's been key to their success. Arizona's been a close game team, but they've lost 3 straight. They still hang in there. that's what to me kind of gets my attention. You got Jacoby Brissett here getting 9 points, and I don't, Arizona's 2-3 right now. I know they've had big time injuries so far, especially in the backfield, but I want to take 9 points here with the Cardinals today and trust Jacoby Brissett to kind of get through this. I know the Colts, look, they're awesome. We've been touting them here a lot. They're 4-1 right now, looking great. But 9.5 points in this game, I think the Cardinals have shown a little bit of life here. Bummer, maybe the Kyler's out, but maybe not. Maybe not. I'm going to take the Cardinals for sure here in this one. All right, next up now, we've got the Rams on the road taking on the Ravens here in this one. And the Rams are favored here by 7. And the total 44.5. I mean, we know the Ravens have looked just awful here right now, especially defensively right now. This Ravens defense is something like we haven't really even seen here of late. So for me, the Rams, they've been throwing heavy, man. The Rams are putting together an offense that's kind of looking high flying out there, it feels like right now. And, the Rams have a good defense, but they've also been involved in some high yardage and poor defense games. Baltimore's given up over 400 yards per game. So McVay actually pretty strong on the road and actually kind of strong as a road favorite. And with Baltimore's really poor form here right now, I got to think this one's through the roof. And I'm going to go with the over in this game at 45 for sure with the Rams and the Ravens today. The Rams are going to put it up, and they might get a big enough lead that they might not even worry about it against it. And obviously with the Ravens having to go with Cooper Rush again. It didn't look great last week. I was trying to go with Cooper Rush, saying, "Hey, wow! Remember when we used to kind of say, hey, Cooper Rush, he's in there for Dallas. He can hang there when Dak was out," and he had a few moments, but it was a little tough adapting, I think, to the Ravens situation here. And for me, I got to think that the Ravens and Rams are going to go over. We're going to have some high-scoring game here, it feels like, today. All right. Some comments in the chat. What kind of Stafford are we going to get? Timmy Two Shoes says. And who's the QB? Cooper Rush, right? He might have a good game because I think it might be, one where, we might get some scoring. All right, next up, we're here on the afternoon card, and we've got the Seahawks taking on the Jaguars here. And look at this one right now with the total here. It's a pick 'em right now. Maybe the total here is wrong on the graphic. They're up to 47.5 here right now. Okay, whatever. I guess it's going to be a high-flying game here with Trevor Lawrence at home, Mr. Inconsistency, and Seattle coming in here with Darnold. Look, Jacksonville's looking as strong as anybody right now. Whether or not they're doing it with a little luck, that's yet to be seen. I mean, they're 4-1 right now. Seattle comes in 3-2. It's a pretty hot game coming in. But it does feel like that total's been creeping up here a little bit. I wasn't really expecting that big of a move necessarily to the over between these two teams. But sure enough, there's where we stand going into this one. You got Seahawks here coming in now a 1-point favorite. There's still a lot of pick'ems out there right now. So just a matter of how you want to gauge this one, it feels like. Look, the Jags have been terrific. They've had that great game against Kansas City. Some shaky moments here for sure, but Seattle's situation is still looking, I think, pretty steady, actually, coming into this one. So maybe they can come in here. Seattle has been a pretty good road team, especially against the number. And I know this is a pick 'em, but you still got to weigh an ATS record of 11-3. as a dog. As a pick 'em, though, here, they still can hang, I would think, against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's defense has been a bit volatile for sure. So I think in a close game here, I'm going to think it actually favors Seattle. I think they can get this win on the road here. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this game on the road against Jacksonville here. I'm not. I'll give Jacksonville a little bit of luck. I'd say they have gotten a little bit lucky with their record. They're obviously a decent team. They've gotten a lot better with this coach so far. And Timmy Chushu says it might be time for Lawrence, right? Remember, I mean, he was celebrated as a hero after the game when he almost blew it like 3 times. But Kansas City was just bad enough that he ended up being the hero of the game. He even said at the end of the game, right, when he made that play where he fell down, that he was lost and he really didn't know what he was going to do. And he got lucky that he found kind of that wide open path to the goal line. All right, I'm going to take the Seahawks there in that one. All right, the Cowboys are going to be on the road here against the Panthers, the 2-3 Panthers. And the Cowboys come in here with a record of 2-1 with that tie, remember? So we'll see here. Cowboys, on the road here. The Panthers have obviously shown a little bit of life here of late. We've said that before. Usually it's when they're already cooked, though, and then they've kind of put things together a little bit late in the season. Right now at 2-3, I'm not going to cook the Panthers maybe just yet, but the Cowboys have kind of dominated this series when the teams have met. But Carolina 6-3 is a home dog so far under Coach Canales, and Dallas's defense has definitely been suspect. I think so far. I think that Carolina might be able to get a little bit of something done here offensively in this one. Getting some points at home, and I don't know, the total's pretty high. So I think that shows that Carolina is projected to be able to put some points on the board, not necessarily struggle offensively. I think that's a good sign for Carolina in this game. This series has kind of been a high-scoring series. They don't meet all the time, but they've met a few times. We know Dallas's offense can erupt. So, Carolina, Young, he might consider him a little of a backdoor cover kind of guy as well. So I'm grabbing the points here with Carolina in this one. I think Dallas can find a way to win, but I'd rather take the points here. I'm going to take the Panthers in this one against the Cowboys. And Dowdle, he might be running all over the place. It looks like he's found a home, right? I hope it's for real because he's looked really good, right? All right. Hey, there's DeAndre in the chat. He might come on and join us here for a little bit, and Trans Canada in the chat as well. Thank you. All right, a couple more here right now in the NFL. We got the Chargers taking on the Dolphins here in this one. And man, the Chargers haven't won since I was cutting out magazines, sports magazines, in my room as a teenager after the greatest game ever played, some would say, when the Chargers beat the Dolphins in the 1982 AFC Division playoff 41-38. It was an unseasonably warm night in Miami. The Chargers the next week had to go play in the coldest game ever recorded, 44 degrees below zero. No wonder they got crushed in that game, but they beat the Dolphins on that night. It's going to not be that kind of offense here, I don't think, in this one. It might be a little bit of a struggle, actually, when these two teams get together this week. Chargers have some problems for sure. Offensive line, some of the skill personnel as well. A little bit of a trouble coming into this one for the Chargers. We know the Dolphins, they suck. It hasn't been great. Let me clean it up a little bit. It's always been a problem. Chargers going into Miami, they rarely win here. Like I said, haven't won in 43 years. So Given the current form, Miami does have some defensive flaws. The Chargers are great on like third down. I think those are important. I think the Chargers could grind out a victory here, but whether or not they can cover a number, even against the Dolphins, I'm not so sure, especially now that it's up to 4. But I'm going to go under here in this game with the Chargers and the Dolphins at 43.5. Chargers offense has had some moments, but all of a sudden, Omari and Hampton has gone down with an injury. And they've had, like I said, problems on the offensive line. We'll see if they can capitalize, talking about the Dolphins here. But I'm going to go under with the Chargers and the Dolphins. All right. John just says, I want to talk about the Saints game. All right. Yeah, DeAndre, sure. Yeah, no doubt. With those afternoon games, we're going to talk a little Saints football. And Quentin Johnston has been a bright spot for sure. Been great. I mean, this is what they drafted him for, right? It does feel like. All right. And let's see here. You know what? That's the other thing. The Dolphins, as bad as it's been so far, only one win. Waddle, Waller, these guys have looked good, and now the absence of Hill, it's a little bit of a bummer right now, but I'm going to go under. All right, next up, got one more here, I believe. One of the we've got there it is. The game has been moved to oh boy, I don't know. I'll have to wait. I'll wait for DeAndre here on the Patriots and the Saints. That game has been moved to 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 Pacific here into the early window because, hey, we want 7 games early and only 3 games late. I think this one was actually an afternoon game, and they ended up switching it with the Niners and the Bucks, I think, for afternoon TV because, the Niners and the Bucks turned into a pretty good game. So we'll see if we can't save that one. If DeAndre can make it in here. All right. I'm going to go to the afternoon games then here right now and talk about the Titans and the Raiders here in this one. You got Raiders here are going to be favored now by 4.5. In fact, it's gone down. It's gone down to 4 even here at some spots. The Titans are kind of taking the move here at this point. The Raiders do have some injury issues for sure, but the Titans have looked so bad. Are they really going to come in here as bad as the Raiders have been? Maybe it's the overall feeling about how the Raiders have been a big failure. Now we know that Brock Bowers is out, but Max Crosby will be in. I think that's good enough for me. I kind of want to take the Raiders in this game and lay the points. It's going to be tough, when you think about trying to lay points with the Raiders here. Not always a great situation. This team is not looking great. We know that with just 1 win so far, but so Tennessee only has 1 win here as well. So I'm actually going to lay it. I think we can get 4, but you can call me out at 4.5 here in this one. And I'm going to take the Raiders here to win and get a cover. Here, the Titans have never been to Las Vegas. How much trouble could these guys get into tonight? Head on down to the Strip there. So Raiders are 10-4 as a home favorite of late. Doing an okay job. So I think they have a little bit more stable offense and defense right now. And both sides kind of leaky defensively. So maybe the Raiders will get an extra touchdown. All right, I got DeAndre coming on. He's going to come on and talk a little Saints football with me right now. And bring him on here and say hello and thank him for such great winners in college football. Yesterday, DeAndre, it looks like he's making us a middle of the night snack.
Yeah, man. How y'all guys doing, man? Sorry for the late appearance. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. But
what do you think, DeAndre? Look. Obviously here. Hey, I've been. I know we've only been hanging out a week. I've been kind of taking my lumps a little bit with this Saints team, and I don't worry about – I like Rattler. Look, I'm not trying to win the Super Bowl here or anything, but I really love Olave, and I love Shaheed as well. And I talked last week about Hill back on the. Whenever you got him in there, you got a little bit of a wild card with Hill. So, what do you think about your Saints?
Yeah, man. This Patriots team is coming off back-to-back road games. They struggle to run the ball away from home. The Saints defense has been good at home.
All right.
This Patriots team has been better than what we thought. They're coming up off a big win against the Bills, and I want to fade them in this spot. The Saints should be getting Taysom Hill back. They still at home in front of their home crowd. We trust them last week to lay points against the Giants, and now this week we're getting them as dogs. So I think it's a good spot for the Saints, man. You sign me up with the 3.5 with the Saints.
All right, DeAndre. Yeah. Uh, Look, they're taking on the Patriots here. I'm happy for the Patriots. They're 3-2 right now, but hey, New Orleans is a home dog. I think I'd probably tend to want to take a more than a field goal here. It feels like right now. I know both teams. I think the Saints defense is okay in some of these roles, especially against the Patriots. I don't think this team looks very explosive. Here at this point, the total, I mean, it's all the way up here at 46. It's one of the higher totals here. I'm going under actually in the game, DeAndre, with the Patriots and the Saints here in this one.
Gotcha.
All right, Tisha here. I don't know if you want to hang out or if you want to. I can talk. If you want to promote what's going on and go on over to Tony'sPicks.com if you want to tell me about what's going on.
I just want to say the Cowboys and the Panthers game.
Sure.
The Panthers came back from being down 17-0. They came back. They never gave up. They fought all the way to the end. And this Cowboys team, like I said, this about the Patriots. They're back out on the road in back-to-back road spots, and I just think it's a perfect spot for Carolina coming up off a good home win. Come out here and get another home win in front of your crowd. But I lean towards the +3 or the 3.5 with the Panthers.
Yeah, I did that too, DeAndre, for sure. I don't mind the Panthers right now. I think they're they're decent enough. I'm not ready to give Dallas anything here at this point. If anything, I might even just call them slightly improved. And Carolina's had probably some of the best life that they've shown.
And they won. They also won 2 home games. Also, they won 2 home games. So they, like I said, they playing in front of the home crowd. They're at home in front of the team. Yeah, man. My bad for the show appearance today, man.
Oh, no problem. Man, I spent the first 20 minutes talking about all your winners that you gave us on the show yesterday in college football. Let me remind you what you gave. You gave us Pitt against Florida State. You gave us Utah against ASU. You gave us BYU over Arizona. You gave us your LSU Tigers to go under. You gave us Ohio State, Illinois under. You gave us Kansas State. I think you won almost every one of them. Texas, you had the Dogs over Auburn, DeAndre. What do you got on Sunday for us?
Oh, man. I got a couple plays in there. I got my best bet, man. We're hot at Tony'sPicks.com right now, man. Pair me and Mr. Ramon up and use the code TonyT at checkout. I got my best bet. I got 2 more. I gave y'all a side for that Panthers game. Cause I'm feeling good and I'm just so thankful and blessed for this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I got my good friend Mr. Ramon. Without him, I wouldn't be here. So I just thank him for this opportunity. Like I once again come out here and get to talk sports with him and come on here with you guys and talk sports. Like I said, man. Sorry about my appearance today on the show, late appearance, but I still tried to get on here and talk some winners for y'all, man. I'm 10 days away from the NBA season. We ready, man. We getting ready to load up, man. Y'all come check me out, man. it's go time, man. It's go time. Hey,
And
we
then
had
three
Kansas
premium
State today.
winners
We
right
had
there.
Texas.
Yeah, look at that. You had the Horns, and you had K-State there, and Bowling Green 3-0 on the day. DeAndre, you're hot.
Yeah. Just come on, man. Get on something with us, man. We're just gonna keep going each and every day, man. Night moves.
Up nearly 8.5 units
He said,
since.
"Wow, dude, that's madness."
Yeah, great job. 8.5 units since joining the team so far over here at Tony's Picks. So,
Right here on Night Moves, man. Like Mr. Ramon said, he called out all my winners. Just imagine if you parlay all that, you just really get you a couple locks and do what you got to do. I mean, hey, this is what we get on the show for. We here every night, you know. I still got on here tonight and try to help you guys out. Mr. Ramon, I appreciate you for giving me this time to speak. You know, good luck tomorrow. Make it a winning Sunday. We're gonna go 3-0 again today. We swept the card yesterday. We swept the card the day before. We're gonna sweep the card again today. So y'all go get my best bet at TonySpicks.com for $19. Profit guaranteed. If we don't win, you get your money back. So you can't lose right now. So let's go load up. Good luck everybody out there on this Sunday though, man. Appreciate y'all.
thanks, DeAndre. I'm glad you had time to stop by. It's only 2:45 in the morning, so
Yeah, I
appreciate
see they
you.
got some NBA preseason
Oh my
NFL.
God,
Come
it's like
on that.
in a couple of hours here, another early
Yeah, I see
game.
they got an NBA game. It's like six. It's the Suns and the Nets again. I don't even feel like capping that game again.
You're gonna
The
do the.
Broncos and the Jaguars.
I know, man. Early
I
morning
don't know if I
sports.
want to stay up, man. I might just get ready for the
Uh,
noon slate, man.
get ready for your Saints against the Pats. Okay, DeAndre, no problem. Appreciate you, and we'll catch you again, I guess, this week if that's good for you. Unless you have anything else that you were going to make any picks there on on those games.
Yeah.
Did you want? I mean, I was
Monday night football with this Chiefs game. Give me a second. Hold on. Monday night with this Chiefs
yeah,
football
Sunday night.
game.
Sunday night. Tonight's game at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20.
Yeah, it's too good. It's two good offenses with not so good defenses. I'll take the over in the Chiefs game. I'll take the
Okay.
over 52.5. Man, we know what this Lions offense about. They got Gibbs in the backfield. They got Montgomery. They got Saint Brown. They got J Mo. Man, these guys got weapons. We know what this Chiefs offense capable of. Coming off a loss back at home, they got Worthy. They got Pacheco. Mahomes been using his feet to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of points will be scored in this Sunday night football game. This should be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit's hot streak, riding that 4-game win streak, averaging 40 points per game. They've covered 8 of their last 12 as a road underdog. I know a lot of that came back before they were really this semi-juggernaut of a team. And the Chiefs got to be a little bit of bounce back mode after a short week. They're usually pretty good off the losses, but I think here, if the defense might get tested a little bit. Chiefs, had some issues there against Jacksonville for sure. So if it's a shootout to me, DeAndre, I got to take Detroit here plus 2 points, plus 2.5 points
Yes,
as
sir. I
my
like
pick.
that. I like
Yeah,
that. Yes,
I got
sir.
to do it because look at that. The total's 52.5, 53 now. At some, it might not. Sometimes we see these games between Super Bowl contenders, right? How many times we've seen like the Rams and the Chiefs one time, and that game was like 45-43 a couple of years ago. Sometimes we get some really wild shootouts this time of the year when you get two good teams. I mean, you still gotta. I don't care if the Chiefs are 2-3; you still got them in there as a decent team, right, DeAndre? We're not writing the Chiefs off.
No. We're not. We're not. We're not. We can't definitely do that. We know what Patrick Mahomes capable of. You know, so we can't never count that guy out.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'll take I'm gonna take the Lions there, and DeAndre says go over in that one. Did you have any other games, DeAndre, you were looking at?
Yeah. We're gonna go over to the mound over there on the mound. Game
Oh,
one.
okay. You want to go to game one?
Yeah. We got Bryce Miller and we got Kevin Gossman. We know Kevin Gossman been good for the Blue Jays. He been one of their best pitchers, if not their best pitcher. But Bryce Miller hasn't been so good. The Mariners bullpen have been hit hard on the road in the playoffs. Like I said, Bryce Miller haven't been good. Toronto is hitting 338 with a high slugging percentage. So with that being said, I lean towards this over. I think really the Blue Jays can really get us this over by themselves, but I'll take the over in this first game.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of pitching from some of these games and teams, but Seattle, that was a lot of innings just 2 nights ago, 15 innings, and Miller was in that game. You know, where they're just going to have to throw everybody out there. It feels like. All right. Yeah, I went. I still couldn't pass. I still took Seattle. I mean, the narrative I think favors Toronto heavily, but I don't think I can do it in a playoff game at $1.75. I just feel
Yeah. Like you said, man, the Mariners fought to the end. There was a good game. They fought all the way through. The every arm mattered. Like I told y'all, every pitch was gonna matter. Every out was gonna matter. And this Mariners team not trying to stop right now. They still pumped up. Their blood still flowing. Meanwhile, this Blue Jays team been resting, practicing amongst each other, and this Mariners team still been live in action. So I think there's a lot of value on the Mariners actually. Good call, Mr. Ramon.
yeah, that's going to be a good one. Tomorrow's baseball game does run right up against the football game, but that's okay. It makes for a nice little combo there. So
Yeah, have them on both of the on both of the screens. You add you some little action.
yeah. All right. Got some great commenters here, including Benjamin Beer in the chat. New commenter for you here, DeAndre. He says the Blue Jays minus a run and a half over the Mariners. He says they destroyed the Yankees and who the Mariners struggle against. So thank you, Benjamin. Nice to have you in the chat. And looks like a first time. He says he's a Mariners fan, so he's kind of worried about the situation here. I'm looking at the human emotion of it. I think that's why I got to be on Seattle at the price. I mean, if maybe Toronto does go out there, and I'm totally underestimating the fact that they might be totally exhausted and have to go to all the way to Toronto here just 2 days later. But I do think we're dealing with if not the two best teams in the American League. I don't know if you still want to count any of the eliminated teams in there. We're down to two teams for a reason here. So I just think it's going to be a better game than $1.75. I hope so. All right. Any others, DeAndre, on the card here? I was going over the afternoon games. Or just was about to did a couple of them there.
Yeah, you can put some of them up. I got breakdown. You can put one of them up that that you got in mind. I got some time. You know what I'm saying. You could talk about it.
Well, let's see. The ones that we did so far, I just did the Titans and the Raiders. How about this one here? Oh, let's go to the best one then, shall we? With the 49ers and the Bucks.
I knew it.
Here. And yeah, you know what? We still got Mac Jones in there. That's okay. If you're the Niners here, some people say it's not even necessarily a downgrade. But Baker Mayfield right now he's almost one of the biggest stories in the league right now, DeAndre. I mean, from trash talking the fans to clutch moments.
Yeah, this a
he's
Baker
that guy.
Mayfield. This a MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? His name is up there. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing. He's had the best start of his career probably this season. So with that being said, attacking this game, man. The Buccaneers back at home, coming up off an upset against Seattle, man. This 49ers team, man, like I told y'all, man, as long as they got that boy McCaffrey, man, they could go places, man. He can get them wherever they need to go. With that being said, man, the 49ers play good on the road. This Bucks defense struggles at home. The
Mm.
49ers offense looked good last game out on the road when everybody thought that they was gonna break down and crumble, but they still showed up. Man, I like this 49ers team. I like what I'm seeing, man. I lean towards the 49ers with the plus 3.5. I think they keep this game competitive.
I think it shows DeAndre the 49ers organization, right? I mean, you almost want to write them off already like 2 or 3 times this season, and like, the Niners might be on the decline. They might have missed their window or something. Now they're 4-1. It feels like they're just as good as this Bucks team, if not better, based on their reputation a little bit. So Tampa's done it with close wins, right? But San Francisco's lived dangerously too. All 5 of their games have been by a touchdown as well. They are just 1-3. Last 4 as a road dog. That's not exactly a, a, a common occurrence. They usually been favored a few times here because they've been that good and played some weaker teams. But right now, a little bit of a run. But the Bucks are tough to beat at home. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over in this one. I know the Bucks are opportunistic on defense, but it feels like a big play defense. We might see big plays here on defense as part of the contributions. I think this is going to be as advertised as a great game on Sunday with the 49ers and the Bucks. Thanks to everyone in the chat joining us here. DeAndre Phillips is in there. He's got Josh Reynolds to have a big game. And TransCanada says it'll be wild in the baseball game. Timmy Two Shoes likes Mac Jones. Says both quarterbacks get 300 yards. All right. And Igbuka. I mean, how about our man Igbuka? I bet him a rookie of the year. Okay. A couple more here. Maybe DeAndre. I hate to do this to you. Bengals and Packers here. 14 more. If we gave you a good one, we're going to give you the worst game of the day. Bengals and Packers. Now, obviously, the Bengals here are the story because of Joe Flacco coming. How fast can you get it going if you're Joe? I'm sure you can go do it. You're Joe Flacco. They're still the Bengals with the feels like you better take out another insurance policy if you're a quarterback on the Bengals.
Yeah, man. We know we know that coming into this game, Bengals versus Packers, Jamar Chase, we don't know his status as of right now. We don't know if he's going to be playing or not. But man, in my eyes, this is a bad spot for Flacco, man. This Packers defense has been good. The Packers are 6-2 to the home. Are 6-2 to the under at home against these losing teams. I'm just gonna take the under, man. Flacco don't even know the offense from my knowing. I just think that is a bad spot for this Bengals team out on the road. They don't really play good. They don't run the ball well on the road. They struggle. It's a bad spot, man. I lean towards the under in this game.
Yeah, you got to think so. The Bengals are going to be now. Here's the thing, right? I mean, if it's 28-14, that's a 14-point spread that goes under, but that's still just right on the spread. So, the Bengals get 2 touchdowns, they might cover, but I'm going to lay the points with the Packers here, even at 14. DeAndre, they might waltz through the Bengals here right now and all their problems. And yeah, bringing in Flacco after you had already, I wouldn't have a problem if they would have went out and got Flacco immediately. But the fact that they threw their hat in the ring with Browning, and so we're going to stick with Browning, and then a couple weeks later they go out and get Flacco like that. That's
wrong in the business.
To me, maybe because they have that second win, they I guess until you really are eliminated, right, you still got to operate as if you could, somehow get something done here. But it's a long way back to Joe Burrow at this point. You're going to have to endure some of this. The Packers are only 2-1-1. That sounds like a bad, not the record as well as they've played here a little bit. So I'll go ahead and lay it. Okay, that's. I think we've touched. I think I touched on every NFL game, unless you have another one that you wanted to bring up. Um, I did load up the NBA games as well there, but I don't know. It's a 7 game card on an NFL Sunday.
Yeah,
We can wrap it up with you.
yeah. We could definitely wrap it up, man. They'll be back in the morning with the morning's pick show in the morning. Trans Canada said he got the CFL Montreal minus 13 and a half. His money on Monday. Iowa is done and have zero. They don't have nothing to play for. Most of them is losing their jobs, even the coach. And Montreal is still playing for the playoffs. So yeah, y'all give my man Trans Canada, man. He's dropping CFL heat. He came in here the other day and gave us the under. So hey, man, y'all get on that with the CFL, man. He's giving y'all free winners, man.
Yeah, great job there yesterday. Hey, I gave out 2 winners on night moves here yesterday as well. I gave out the over with Calgary and Hamilton, and I gave out the under with Winnipeg and Edmonton for a couple of winners yesterday in the CFL.
You
All
got
right.
any recaps of the football games today you want to talk about, or
Oh
anything that
yeah,
shocked
man, I
you?
did. The only one I did talk about, maybe half a dozen, or yeah, maybe just the close ones. I didn't talk about. I talked about all your winners, all those games that I just went over. I think DeAndre is what I did. I talked
Yeah,
about
I
all those
appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
games. I guess if I had to point out, I don't want to point out the uh, the other games we previewed, maybe where you didn't have a win. I guess those are the ones I kind of
Yeah, it was
cover.
a couple of them, I think, if I'm not
SC,
mistaken. But
I had SC DeAndre over Michigan yesterday. SC
that's
looked
a tough
uh,
one. That's good. That was a tough
yeah,
one.
SC looked pretty good, and that was one that I had yesterday for a winner here on the show. Uh, I also remember I did go with your Tigers there over South Carolina. You had
Yeah.
the under in that one as well.
Yeah, man. Like they tell you in the comment section, man. We the new duo, man. Night moves, man. Everything going on right here at Night Moves, man. And if you can't get it here on Night Moves, they got guys doing skits. They got guys doing YouTube videos. They got live show, morning show, happy hour. Man, we all around trying to make you guys feel good at doing this. We trying to make you guys have the best breakdown, the best handicap, and y'all just gotta trust us, man. Y'all just gotta keep putting y'all faith in us. And I thank y'all, man. Have a winning Sunday, money making Sunday, man. Let's have a winning day. We gonna go three and 0, man. Y'all gonna come back tonight, and I'm gonna be 3-0. We're going 3-0, so man, y'all better get on board with these picks, man. We got heaters, man. We're hot right now. We steaming hot, man.
All right, DeAndre, great job. Appreciate you. And we'll just go ahead and get out of here then. I do. Let me see. I can run down these games. Let me just do it. I think I had the games. At least we can look at them here for the real quick. I'll just make my. There's only one hockey game, so I'll make the pick here right now. And I've got the Rangers tonight over the Capitals. Just go with the picks here on this one, and then I'll show these lines here since I typed them in. It'll be coming up at 7:10 a.m. Eastern and 4:10 Pacific time. It'll be Brooklyn and the Nets here. Maybe I do have my picks though. Actually, I'll if you don't have one, I'll cover a pick or two, and then we'll
Oh
go ahead
yeah.
out of here. Brooklyn and the Nets in this one. Phoenix open preseason looking sharp. 1-1 so far for Brooklyn. Phoenix, I think, 2-0, right? Who can know? Phoenix got that win. I don't even know.
Phoenix 2-0.
Yeah, Phoenix 2.
Brooklyn Nets, they're 1-1.
Yeah,
This game is being
Phoenix
played at.
averaged.
Where they playing at? You know where they playing at?
Yeah, in Macau.
That's the same place that they played last time.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, man. If you know, you know. I'm going right back to the Brooklyn Nets with the +5.
Okay.
I'm going right back to the Nets with the +5, man. They covered this number last time, boy. The number grew overnight, but the Nets was still the right side, and I'm going right back to the Nets, man. I like the Nets.
Okay, I'll go over. Phoenix averaging 117 in their 2 games. Brooklyn averaging 118 in their 2 games. So I'll expect some pace here. Raptors are taking on the Wizards. You got Toronto here, big favorite by 5 over the Wizards. Care about this one at all? Toronto's
Yeah.
players here, a little bit of cohesion so far. I think they're 2-1. The Wizards are 0-2.
Yeah, I'm seeing that the Wizards are actually 0-0. I don't think the Wizards played a game yet, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the
Oh,
case,
okay. Is
if
that right?
that's the case,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
lean towards the under
First
because if
game
y'all
win.
haven't played a game yet, meanwhile the Raptors are 3 games in, it's gonna be hard for y'all to really keep up with what they got going on and what they're trying to build over there. They got Scotty, they got RJ. They got Bi. Man, these guys over there in the Raptors team got pieces, man. Y'all watch out for this Raptors team. So I take the under.
Okay, DeAndre going under there. I'll go ahead and lay it with Toronto here. Miami's taking on Orlando here so far. I think Miami. I think they're 0-2. Orlando might be. Orlando's looking good, right?
Yeah, Miami is 0-3.
Oh boy.
Orlando is 2-0. This Orlando team is looking really good. They got a lot of pieces. They got Bane. They got Paulo Banchero. But man, I think 7.5. I think with the Heat and the Magic always play tough. Preseason, real season, playoffs. It's just something about that Florida thing. You know what I'm saying? They always compete versus each other, and I think 7.5. I think that's too many points. Even in the preseason game, I think that's too many points, man. I'll take the Heat with the 7.5.
All right, and I'll go over 215 or so in this one. Let's see here. Cavs are taking on the Celts in a close one. See what these two teams end up doing here right now. Got uh, Boston here 1-1. The Cavs they're 0-2.
Yeah, man. I want to take the Celtics right here in this spot, right there at the crib, at home, in that underdog role. Man, this Cavs team have already dropped 2 games back to back to the same team in the Chicago Bulls. They was big favorites one game, and then the next game they was like 5.5 favorites, and they lost outright to the Bulls twice in a row. So man, getting this Celtics team in a spot like this at home, they're 1-1. I take the Celtics.
All right, I'm going to take the under here. Looks like Boston's actually played a little bit of defense out there, allowing just 105 in those first 2 games so far. And also, what do we got here? Bucks and Bulls, close one here. Between these two, the Bucks are 2-0, believe it or not, and so are the Bulls.
Yeah, I tried to fade this Bucks team last game versus the Pistons, but the Pistons ran out of gas on me. But that's fine because there's games like these, and I want to fade this Bucks team again. I just don't think that they have what it takes to be a winning team. I don't think that they have the certain pieces. This Bulls team is actually nice. They got a couple pieces on this Bulls squad. I'm gonna take the Bulls here. They're both undefeated, but the Bulls at home in front of their home crowd. I take the Bulls here, right here in this spot.
All right, I'll go over both teams over 118 so far in those average wise anyway in those games. Division matchup, interestingly enough, in the key preseason, uh, interesting preseason game. Okay, Warriors and Lake Show here. In this one, and got the Warriors here 2-0, and Lakers predictably 0-2.
Yeah, man. In this spot, me and Mr. Ramon already gave it to y'all a couple shows back, man. Just take the Warriors and fade the Lakers, man. This Lakers team, only improvement that they really made was they got DeAndre Ayton and maybe Marcus Smart, maybe. This Warriors team done a lot. They got Kaminga back. They brought in Al Horford. They got Jimmy Butler. Man, this Warriors team is going to be a problem, man. Watch out for this Warriors team. You're hearing it first here on Night Moves, man. This team is going to be feisty. It's gonna be gritty. It gonna every man. I'm telling you, watch this Warriors team. So with that being said, I'm taking the Warriors, man. I'm taking the Warriors outright.
They're shooting like it's regular season already. I'm going to go over in this one. I think the Lakers they look slow on the closeouts here early on this season for sure. So give me the over at I think it's two. Says 213 there. Okay, I guess. Man, what Lakers going to score? Like 105. All right, one more Nuggets and Clippers here right now, and got the Nuggets are 1-1, and the Clippers they are currently at
1-0. They're 1-0.
1-0. Oh yeah, they won. Oh yeah, well they beat the Guangzhou, right?
Yeah.
No wonder I couldn't think of it.
Man, I'm high on. I'm going into this NBA season. Once again, man, y'all hearing it here on Night Moves, man. I'm gonna be high on this Denver Nuggets team, man. In that underdog role, out on the road, I want to attack this Denver Nuggets team, and I don't want to lay points with the Clippers. The Clippers are not good when they're laying points. They're only really good in the underdog value spot. I like this Nuggets team. I like the additions that they brought over. They got Tim Hardaway coming off the bench. They got Cam Johnson. They got Bruce Brown back. Man, this team. Watch out for this Nuggets team. So with that being said, give me the Nuggets.
All right, now I'm gonna go another over here in this one. DeAndre, they're gonna laugh at us. I think the NBA preseason segment was just longer than the NFL segment, but remember, we just went 8-2 the last time we did a full slate of NBA preseason the other night. So maybe it was a good idea we did it, and we're gonna need some extra plays. Okay, great job, DeAndre. Thank you for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow with more Night Moves. Wrap up the NFL, look ahead to Monday Night Football and more Major League Baseball playoff action. I'll have more hockey. There'll be much more hockey on Monday. And DeAndre and I, if we at least have a winning day, we'll keep doing NBA preseason until we have a losing day.
Yeah, and there ain't gonna be no time soon, man.
Woo!
We just building up, getting ready to go into the season, man. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate Trent Canada, Timmy Two Shoe, DeAndre Phillips, Benjamin. Just all you guys in the chat, man. Like Mr. Ramon said, man, we've been winning. We up 8 units since we joined this team. Is a winning team. Is a team full of winners, man. And I'm happy to be surrounded by winners. They make my job easy. You know what I'm saying? So I got my Sunday Fun Day best bet right here, right now.
It is.
$19. You could get it right now. Profit guaranteed. We ready to go, man. I hope to see you guys on that winning side. I thank y'all guys for all y'all support. Good luck to everybody, everyone. Make it a winning Sunday. Appreciate you, Mr. Ramon, and I thank you guys. Pair me and Mr. Ramon up. Use Tony T at the checkout, 15%, and good luck to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me. Good luck.
All right, we're going to catch you tomorrow. More Night Moves for
Night
DeAndre
moves.
Stevenson. I'm Ramon Scott. Thanks for the chat. See you tomorrow.